It's Wednesday, April 17th at 10 a.m. in the morning, and I'm over here at Foley Mountain Conservation Area, going on the Spy Rock Lookout Trail here. Just a short trail that overlooks the town of Westport and surrounding countryside. It's a beautiful little lookout. Haven't been over here for quite a while, so thought I'd make the journey this morning before the rain comes this afternoon. It's mostly sunny right now and 7 degrees. Well, since we're up at the north end, I think we'll walk the Beaver Trail right now. I don't think I've ever done that before. Actually, I haven't walked many of the trails here, so should be new. We'll get around that and see what time we have left, and we'll probably walk down the road to the lake, Big Rideau Lake. This is part of Rideau Valley Conservation Authority. Quite surprised that this little beaver pond got quite the collection of waterfowl in it. A couple bufflehead, hooded merganser, pie-billed grebe, 2 mallards, wood duck, and Canada goose. Quite a range of species for this little pond. Couple bufflehead cruising by there. Well, this is a very picturesque little trail. We're now in a forest going over these granite knobs. They extend in that direction. As you can see, they're like rolling knobs of granite. And we're in a mixed coniferous deciduous forest. And there's lots of pine warblers singing, pine siskin. I hear brown creepers now. There's the pine warblers. Dry trill in the top of the pine trees. There it goes. I also hear ruby crown kinglets now, as well as golden crown kinglets. Just coming up to the end of the Beaver Trail walk. That was a very nice little trail. Quite scenic and quite a few species of birds along it. Okay, we've made it out to the main service road again, and I think we'll walk down that road now towards the lake. We may not have a lot of time here this morning before the clouds and rain roll in, so I want to make sure I get down there and take a look around. And then if we have time, we may walk one or two other trails. Well, one of my main impressions from a birding standpoint so far is the number of pine warblers here. They're just singing everywhere. I'm sure I've heard at least 10 to 15 individual birds singing. It's hard to count them, but a very good number of them up here on top of the big granite rock just beside Westport. As we follow along the road here, we'll start to head down towards the lake. So we're walking along a big granite ridge basically, and a cliff on the west side, which are the lookouts. And then as we proceed in this direction, it's a more gradual decline down towards the lake. So this is their weather station, I assume. Looks like probably a rain gauge of some sort here. And then solar powered instruments over here. Thermometers and wind speed perhaps, or some other measurements they're taking. Little white-tailed deer, doe there, standing looking at us. Zoom in a bit here. So if you've never been here before, or if you haven't been here for quite a few years, just wanted to let you know that you do have to pay to come in here now. There's a little machine at the entrance that you can either pay by credit card, or you can pay by your phone if you have that phone app set up properly. I don't have that, so I just used a credit card. You can buy either an annual pass or a day pass. The day pass is $8. The annual pass is $55, and that would allow you to use all the RVCA sites, I assume. This conservation area has many trails to choose from. It has a total of 7 trails, it looks like, and then also the Rideau Trail cuts through here. But most of the small trails are connected with one another, or they cross one another, so you could also combine them into a much longer hike. But individually, they range from very small, like 0.1 kilometers, up to 3.2 kilometers. So none of them on their own are extremely long, but if you connect them together, you can go many different distances that you might prefer. So here we are on the long decline now. This is the main hill down towards the lake. This is always a pretty area. I can hear the water running on each side of me. And these granite slopes are getting covered in spring wildflowers already. I can see the Dutchman breeches here. Early saxifrage is coming into bloom here on the south-facing warm slopes. Some spring beauties there in bloom on the cliffside. You can see the lower forest floor here is covered in wild leeks. Very pretty. Nice barred owl sitting in the tree here. Beautiful. Hey, buddy. sitting down on the lake shore at Meditation Point. There's quite a stiff easterly breeze coming along the lake. That's feeding into the low pressure system that's coming from the west right now. The rain is over near Coburg, slowly advancing this way. We still have sunshine, but the clouds are building in, so not sure how much longer we'll have it. This is beautiful here. I need to come here more often. There's Westport off in the distance. Just walking west along the Rideau Trail for a little bit here, not too far. Just heading west from the interpretive center. Then we'll head back towards the east to see the beach and maybe walk around the Maple Forest Trail. The spring wildflowers here are quite amazing. Lots of types and lots of numbers. As you can see here, there's lots of spring beauty, some bloodroot. So this section of the Rideau Trail is heading up quite steeply here, up on top of the ridge, I guess. So I think we'll head back east, see some of the lower parts around the lake, and then see where we go from there. And if you happen to have mobility issues, there's a nice little trail here called the Mobility Trail, which winds down around the north shore of Big Rideau Lake. Just heading down to the beach area here, down this little slope. We've walked about 4.5 kilometers now, I think, according to my eBird app. And that includes the Beaver Pond Trail, and then walking down here from the north end. So I'm not sure we're gonna do the Maple Trail down here, but we'll see. Looks like there must have been quite a bit of windfall here, lots of sawn up trees, mostly big poplar by the looks of it. And here we are at the small swimming beach area. The clouds are building from the west. So 11:53, and we've walked 5 kilometers to get down to the beach here. And as I mentioned, it's getting cloudier. So I'm not sure. We may walk a bit of that, what is it here? I think I'm getting the name wrong. Orange Maple Trail. May walk a bit of that. I'm not sure, because it'll be another 4 or 4.5 kilometers on the way back probably, or something like that. So got 31 species of birds. Picked up a few more here at the lake. Common mergansers, there's about 15 of them. A couple more bufflehead, and there's a common loon just offshore here looking at me. Okay, I decided that we would walk this Orange Maple Trail, which is coincidental with the Rideau Trail right now. And up ahead, not too far away, it breaks off the Rideau Trail and heads back towards the main road. But this will be the majority of this trail that we'll walk, so it'll be nice to see it. It's very pretty. Quite nice mature forest on site here, over much of it. A lot of red oak and sugar maple. Beautiful. Okay, here's where we say goodbye to the Rideau Trail down this way. Then we get on the official Orange Maple Trail up this way. I think there's more spring beauties here than I've ever seen anywhere. Just covering the forest floor over much of it. A lot of the beech trees still look healthy here, which is nice to see. I wish ours were still like that. Trail is starting to flatten out a bit now that we've reached a higher altitude. Very pretty woods through here. Well, we've walked over 6 kilometers now, and we're still walking on the Orange Maple Trail. Still getting a bit of filtered sunshine, and the rain will probably be here mid-afternoonish, I suspect. So we should be out of here before then. Oh, looks like a big gully up ahead. Big gully. Part of the trail's a little flooded. Have to pick our way along the side of the talus slope here. And just after 6.4 kilometers here now, and we're coming out to the main road. So we'll just connect up with the road and walk back towards the car. That was a nice little stretch of trail, very pretty. Lots of diversity of plants. Birds were fairly sparse, but it's the time of the day. If you came here in early morning, especially in late April, May, I'm sure it would be alive with stuff. So it looks like this comes out just above the steep slope of the road, so we won't be seeing that steep valley again. So we could have taken the Orange Maple Trail across the road and connected up with a series of other trails that would lead us back to where we parked as well. But it looks like it would have been a more complicated scenario and probably take longer. So we're just going to walk back on the road here and head home. We've had a good walk. We'll probably be 7 or 8 kilometers by the time we're done. And that'll be enough. The clouds are coming in more and more, so it'll probably be raining before too long as well. So I'll pick up some gas in Westport and then head home and get some other stuff done this afternoon. When we started this hike, it was 7 degrees and quite windy, and the coat felt fine. This big coat felt fine on me, but now I'm getting warm. It feels like it's probably 13, 14 degrees now. Just diverting onto the Blue Trail here as it sort of parallels the road and heads back to where we're going anyhow. So it's always more interesting to see something new than just retrace old steps, especially along a road. it'll be a little more strenuous, but it looks like it's not too much further than going on the road. It might even be shorter, who knows. Now here's a real crossroads of trails. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? This way, along the Blue Trail. Okay, it's 12:51 and we're just 100 meters or so away from the car. So I guess I will bid goodbye for now and hope you enjoyed this outing at Foley Mountain Conservation Area.